Hello, can you hear me now, please?
Yes, sir, we hear you loud and clear, sir. Please go ahead.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Honorable Professor Zabta Khan Shinwari, President MAAP and Professor Emeritus KOAU, Dr. Muhammad Mukhtar, Vice Chancellor NSU, Professor Dr. Tasawwur Hayat, Secretary General PAS, Dr. Muhammad Ali, Project Senior from ANSO, foreign and local speakers, participants, fellows of PAS, ladies and gentlemen, Assalamu alaikum and a very good morning. It is indeed a great pleasure for me to address this gathering of eminent academicians, scientists, technical experts, and postgraduate research scholars at the opening session of MAAP-PAS-ANSO hybrid workshop on a very crucial topic of ecosystem restoration, One Health and pandemics, being held today at the Pakistan Academy of Sciences. Ladies and gentlemen, you know 5th June is celebrated World Environment Day by the United Nations, and this year's theme is Only One Earth. Today's hybrid workshop has been organized by the Pakistan Academy of Sciences in Islamabad to commemorate World Environment Day in collaboration with MAAP and ANSO, and the topic is very relative and interesting and important as well. Restoration of ecosystems, One Health and pandemics. Healthy ecosystems are essential for the survival of human and animals. But we have to consider the health of all of them together. We cannot think of one group's health in isolation without considering the health of another group. This idea has changed the concept where only human health have the primary focus, and the term of
While we resolve the technical issues, let's say, so he will try to reconnect, but till the time he reconnects, let me see all of my friends are there online, especially Nancy. In US, it is, I think, 9 hours behind. What's the time Tasawwur in US now, in one of the states? Maybe
it's midnight. There's several of us here.
Nancy, nice to have you. You have several students here, by the way, because you evaluated several PhDs. They are now PhDs here. One of them is sitting right in front of me, Momin. But thanks for having you. Our president has some technical issues till the time he comes. Nancy, tell me, shall I give you the next chance, or you can wait for another 10, 15 minutes, because I want you to speak, to do a lot of good work. So what do you prefer, to be the next one or wait for my introduction and then?
No, I think we need you to frame the issues, Zabta.
Okay, okay, that's great of you. And you know, I have kept another gentleman also, you know, alive in US, Dave France. He is also, you know, he's waving hand. I'm very grateful to have you, Dave, my dear friend and brother. So nice to have you, both of you. And you are next to each other. So Dave, yes, 1 or 2 words.
Yes. Yeah. So good to see you, my brother.
Yeah, great, great, great. They are
Always a
authority.
fun.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, they are authority on this subject. And when we were thinking, me and the Academy, Secretary General, etc., of this topic, along with Dr. Muhammad Ali, we thought of these two lady and gentlemen from US to speak. They are the authority in the world on One Health. And then biosecurity, biosafety, other related issues. Dave was very kind. I'm talking about them, but let me see whether President has come online or not yet. Not yet. So then I am joining in the program. They had kept my introductory remarks and then presentation. I will join both of them. You, Aage? Ji, Dr. Kahlid Mehmood Khan, sir, please go ahead. Please, sir, Mr. President. He is on mute, but we can't hear him. Sir, we can't hear you. Kahlid Mehmood Khan, you are still unmute yourself, please. Can't hear you. I think there is something on that mobile which is showing mute. Yes, now. Yes, sir. Unmute yourself, sir. वो सुर्ख है ना अभी. Yes.
Yeah, it's okay.
Please go ahead, sir. We can hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, I was talking about the One Health. This is an approach that calls for holistic and multi-sectorial approach by collaborative efforts of multiple disciplines, working locally, nationally, and globally. It is estimated that 60% of human infection diseases are zoonotic and originate from animals, and 75% of emerging diseases are related to the animals. Environment changes, alterations, and anthropogenic drivers have been associated with emergence of the infectious diseases causing epidemics and pandemics. Throughout human history, there have been several pandemics causing huge loss to humanity. Many, I think you know most of them: Black Death, Asian flu, Spanish flu, swine flu, and the latest was the COVID-19. Responding to or planning for a pandemic is a complex process. Most important global pandemic preparedness indicators or parameters include prevention of the emergence release of potential pathogen, early detection, and assessing their expansion, emergency response, global risk mitigation, and strong healthcare systems. But during the COVID-19 outbreak, which was probably originated through a spillover of coronavirus from an animal reservoir to human national organizations. At country level, most of the parameters I have just mentioned were either non-existent or very weak. International organizations, WHO, FAO, and OIE formed a tripartite alliance to deal with the infectious diseases at the human-animal ecosystem interface. UNEP joined very late. They collaborated to develop a framework of One Health jointly to deal with the emerging pandemic threats. It is also pertinent that a confusion persisted in the outbreak of COVID-19 and a colossal failure of the international framework to prevent the pandemic and curb the spread of the pathogen, resulting in huge loss of human life. I hope the scientists consider these parameters and suggest ways and means to strengthen them so that we can save humanity from pandemics, such pandemics in future. In this context, today's hybrid event is indeed an immediate concern and importance for scientists and researchers and students who are engaged in the developing innovative vaccines, medicines, and technologies. To combat the menace of pandemics across the globe for the health and safety of the planet Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, the response and planning for a pandemic situation involves complex management process at public level, social level, and clinical level. In this context, I am glad to note that for education and preparedness, specifically to the young researchers of the researchers to combat a particular pandemic situation, speakers of this hybrid workshop have chosen a broad range of topics. All these topics are very well in line with the theme of the workshop. The importance of the theme of this hybrid workshop can be gauged also from the level of participation in this event. I am told that over 100 postgraduate students and researchers have registered for physical participation in the event, while over 300 researchers across the globe are attending the event online. Importantly, the speakers of the workshop are also very well experienced with the theme of the workshop and belong to academic institutions, universities, and management-related R&D institutions. My very special thanks are due to all the participants and resource persons of this hybrid workshop for their very active interest and for their physical or virtual participation in the deliberations of the workshop. I am confident that all the participants will fully utilize the knowledge and skills gained in this workshop so that the objectives of the event are fully utilized. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm happy also to note that His Excellency Rajiv Awasaki, Consul General of Embassy of Japan, will also be present with us in the next sessions. For this past, MAAP and ANSO are extremely grateful to the Consul General, Embassy of Pakistan. I certainly laud the organizers of this hybrid workshop, especially Professor Zabta Khan Shanwari, who is always very active and very energetic in organizing these kind of events, and such as from MAAP and ANSO for organizing this very well designed workshop. At the same time, we must thank all the local and foreign faculty members of the workshop who agreed to address the topic of concern at the workshop and for the benefit of young researchers in Pakistan and other countries. Finally, I appreciate the effort of Dr. Rifat Qureshi and his team at PAS in organizing this event. Thanks are also due to Professor Sabur Hayat for overall supervising the workshops. Thank you for your kind attention, and Allah bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. A big hand to the president of the academy. Kahlid Mehmood Khan, sir.